Hi, Internet. I'm Emily S.W.
Sam.
And we are here with the Blessed, Cursed, N-Chat.
Yep.
Again. Again.
Yes, this will be more chat than N.
Yes.
This time, we had to restructure for a couple of reasons. One, because of the copyright thing.
Yes.
And two, because there aren't really any gothic or vampiric elements in this one like we usually talk about.
Yeah.
It's just a hint of vampire.
They're drinking blood.
So, instead, we're going to be talking about 2000s nostalgia and how this video in particular is a callback to boy bands, very specifically from the year 2000.
Yes. Extremely specifically. We'll get into that.
Yes. So, starting off, we have this lovely shot we'll throw up on screen here.
Yes, very beginning of the video makes it easy to find.
We get our setting. So we have a Happy New Year countdown from 1999 to 2000.
Yes.
And they're holding their goblets full of a dark liquid.
Blood.
And they're also in what looks to be a office or a corporate setting.
Yep, they're wearing suits. Looks like a boardroom or something.
Which is important.
Yes.
Because
Y2K, if you don't know, was the fear that the change from the 1900s to the 2000s would completely wipe out everything. Because a very simplified, dumbed-down version of what Y2K, the panic was computers. Everything was computerized at this time. And becoming more and more computerized, whatever. And so the shorthand for years was just the last two digits. So 87, 88, 99, whatever. So the fear was when it hit 2000 and the double zeros, the computers would think it was 1900 and everything would just be gone. Yeah. Obliterated.
So it was basically the apocalypse.
Yes.
If they couldn't figure out the computers, this was going to be the end times.
Yeah, because especially the stock market was all digital, everyone's money, it was, so hence the corporate setting. I think it really plays into that fear of maybe the world's ending. Happy New Year!
Spoiler alert, they figured it out.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
We're still here, for better or for worse.
Yeah. And, as we could be now when this came out in 2022, now in 2024.
Yes.
They are unbothered. We are unbothered.
Yeah. Yes.
We can also talk about the plot of this video. Which we think also relates to the impending doom that everyone thought was going to happen.
Yeah, but it doesn't really, tie into their previous gothic stuff.
But did we still just make this gothic?
We did.
We did.
We did.
We did it.
We did it, team. We did it.
If you need anyone to analyze your media for the darkest possible angle,
that's us.
We're your people.
Yeah. Yep. And I also added bonus, if you want to look at something and see how gay it is, hit me up. I can do that too. I can make anything gay.
Moving on. So we start off at countdown, corporate setting, we're drinking blood, we're unbothered, but we also get clips such as at 2:25?
2:24.
We get these scenes of someone standing in this very long kind of room. It looks like it's full of computer equipment, maybe.
Yeah,
right?
It looks like a server room.
Something like that. And then they blow up.
Everything. Whole thing.
This is what I think people who weren't actually in tech were envisioning was going to happen.
Yeah. Yes. And more of a kind of movie apocalypse. Versus the actual apocalypse they were afraid of, which is much more...
more, I think, riots in the street, society
the collapse of society, yeah. not the fun kind.
No, this is the fun kind where the computers literally explode and the world ends.
And it's like cinematic and it's cool and maybe there's protagonists somewhere.
But it's okay. No pain, no pain.
That's true. No pain, no pain. A good point, good point.
Yeah, see, I told you, unbothered. Unbothered.
Yeah. I mean, they're vampires. What do they care? They were around before computers. They'll be around after computers.
Yeah.
As long as there is blood to be drunk.
Well, that's basically, that's the plot of this music video.
Yeah, the plot of this music video is Y2K's nostalgia. Oh, and also,
the world was gonna end.
The world was gonna end.
Yeah.
It was it's nostalgia for aesthetics and also the end of the world.
Yeah, okay, so let's move on to the aesthetic.
Yes.
This will, I think, is the more, striking part of the video.
It's more interesting.
Because when I watched this, first of all, when you notice the very beginning, when they raise their glasses, you're watching the countdown, you got these little, like, VCR kind of glitches and things. It looks like a video cassette.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when we get to J here at the very beginning and the word, like, 2000 and Y2K flashes on the screen, and then it comes into this really crisp, modern resolution.
Yes.
And that's how you know that it's not actually 2000, right?
Yep. We survived. They survived.
Yeah, they weren't around.
Yeah. No, they weren't. They weren't. They didn't survive. They weren't even alive.
They weren't even cooking yet. But anyway,
moving on.
So when I first saw this, aside from, because now I watch other music videos very intently looking for hints of vampire. But the other thing that struck me about this video is that it references things directly from boy bands in 2000.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about this because I like the silver and white. Not only it reminds me of something.
Does it remind you of something?
It does. It does.
Does it remind you of something very specifically?
It reminds me of something that I think is directly behind me on the shelf.
Oh my goodness. Could it? Oh, we haven't never talked about this shelf, but this is a shelf of just CDs. There are so I have the K-pop shelf, right?
Yep.
It's over here. There are jewel case K-pop, but this is my music collection dating back to the year 1999.
Yeah. When
this album came out.
Ooh.
You see this? This came out again in 1999.
Yep.
So heading into the new year, it was I think the summer time when it came out because we were still living in our old house when I had it, and I was listening to it on my stapler. But you can already see it's called Millennium.
Yes, clearly
we're getting ready for the year 2000.
Look at this. Even on the cover, we're gonna get to the inside. But look at this kind of vague background. The white. We've seen that.
Yeah, this is the Backstreet Boys, if you haven't already
listened to this album, by the way.
Well, even just like the way that the font type is on this very white, futuristic background. And we saw a futuristic setting in the TLC music video.
First of all, the TLC, No Scrubs, specifically. If you have not watched that video, you should go watch it. It's amazing. But it also, that video to me is the epitome of, like, this era's kind of vaguely futuristic sci-fi, but it's a music video, so they don't really have, like, the budget to go full-on futuristic sci-fi. So everything is silver, white, chrome. They're in these big open spaces. They're using camera angles and, like, lenses to make it look bigger than it is and make it, woo.
Which is what we're doing here.
Like, the furniture, the solid silver kind of, like, organic-shaped furniture.
Yes.
Like, I feel like weird furniture was a very late 90s, early 2000s thing. You remember the inflatable chairs?
Yes, I had one.
Beanbags. You had one? I never had one. I am jealous. Damn. I had a lava
Until
lamp.
it got a hole, and then it was completely useless.
Yeah, that's the thing when you get creative with the furniture. But, like, this just screams that TLC video to me.
Yeah,
and also
the scene with Sung-hoon.
It's oh yeah, this is all white, but like even in this, the white and the gray, they have a little more gray in there. But even the fabric, I'm getting really in the weeds with this, but yeah. So this immediately made me think of TLC. It made me think of
Millennium.
That not spoiler alert, not the only thing in this music video.
No.
Reminiscent of this album specifically.
Let's specifically move on to our next point, which was
our dear Sunu.
Here he is. Sunu. Okay, we have this wall of lights.
159. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the wall of lights.
Yes.
Where have you seen this before?
Well, Sam, I think it's in your hand.
Oh, it sure is. Ta-da! I feel like this is another thing that was used more than once. Like, I don't think this is the example I happen to have.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure we saw this setting elsewhere.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty, like, a lot of these kinds of things were just common in music videos in general.
Mm-hmm.
Even
down to the way they use the cameras. So, for example,
the fisheye lens. We have a lot of examples of fisheye, which
can you give me one?
34.
This is even, I think, more pronounced than a lot of the use in the music videos, and we'll put up a couple examples. Because when we were looking for examples of the fisheye lens, and we had found a list of, this music video uses it, this music video uses it, but then we watched the music video. Specifically, the one that listed was Rollin' by Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
And I was watching it, I was like, I think they did use this lens, but it's just making Fred look closer to the camera than he actually is. It wasn't this really pronounced distortion like we're seeing here and like we're seeing in some of the other examples.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely see this kind of like distorted fisheye, but it's usually in music videos where like, oh my god, I'm going crazy. You know? that was a thing.
Okay.
I don't know. Listen, we record these kind of late at night, and I go a little loopy, I'll be honest.
We should put the fisheye on this video.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna put this back. So, the color palette. We talk about color palette in ENHYPEN videos a lot.
Yes, they rely very heavily on color contrast.
Especially, which two colors?
Blue and red.
Red. Now here, we've got blue and pink. Pink is a shade of red.
Yes. But
this setting with the lights.
Also a fisheye lens.
Yes. This reminded me of another boy band that was popular in the year 2000 that came out with this album here.
The classic.
I think this one did actually come out in 2000. Yes, it did. Now, this album contains a song called It's Gonna Be Me.
It's gonna be me.
You may know from some memes.
Yeah.
But the music video also features a very similar color palette where they have these lights, and the lights are blue and pink. Mm-hmm. And that was what I thought of when I saw this, was that video.
Yeah, so they're very clearly, whoever directed this had a mission. And not only was it, Y2K, but it was very specifically music that came out in the year 2000.
In that year specifically, yeah.
Yeah. Like, down to the...
the colors, the settings, the fashion.
Yeah, so the fashion, that we didn't write anything down for.
No, because
it's just general.
The whole thing. Tracksuits.
Yes.
Sportswear.
Sportswear, not in a sports setting.
Yes.
That was very big. I think in, like, celebrities and, like, music video in particular. And
I think you saw that across genres, too.
Yeah. Yeah, because you see that in, like, nu metal sometimes. Mm-hmm. They wear the tracksuits.
Yeah, thinking Korn.
Yes, that was also what I was thinking of, was Korn. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely some tracksuit going on there.
Yeah. Korn, Missy Elliott,
Mm-hmm.
tracksuits. Very specifically the Adidas, usually, for Missy Elliott.
Yeah. Well, Korn has a song called Adidas, so they're a little obligated.
Yeah.
We saw that with them.
Yes,
Sportswear,
the blue.
the zip-ups.
Mm-hmm.
He sung in his white hoodie
thing. Yeah. Jungwon has, like, goggles, and he's wearing that red sweater, just goggles on his, like...
and the clothes, especially we see, now we're paused at 2:46, that's all very loose-fitting.
Loose, oversized, yes. I love this look on them in this video. The big red shirts and, like, the pants they only come in at the waist.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everything else, it is so of the time. Like, this is so perfect. And, I mean, obviously they look good, but I think it looks good with the dancing, too. Like, you would think something being oversized and loose, you would get lost in it. But I think it emphasizes their movements really cool. Being a bit of a choreography nerd, I appreciate that. And it is also very accurate to the times. I keep wanting to say the word zoot suit, but
no.
It's not a zoot suit.
Well, I mean, a zoot suit is a very loose-fitting suit.
It's a very loose-fitting suit, but
it's from the 40s.
It's from the 40s. Well, no, but my thing was, because trends are cyclical.
Yes,
so
they
I
are.
wonder if the 90s were bringing back the zoot suit.
I
don't know. I'm not a fashion historian. I'm not a historian of any kind.
I mean, zoot suits also have, like, a stigma attached to them.
Yeah.
So maybe not necessarily that so much. But definitely loose-fitting, which is, again, a cross-genre. Like, everyone wore very loose-fitting pants, especially.
Yeah. Especially, yeah.
Like, this was the era of the trip pant.
Oh, the trip pants. Yeah, this was before skinny jeans. Way before skinny jeans.
I think just talking about this, we cracked the video. Mm-hmm. We have this juxtaposition of, like, actual 2000, like, the year 2000 boy band aesthetic and the corporate meltdown.
Yeah. It's very subtle, but it is a good illustration of what that year was. Because you have one half of the world kind of worried and preparing. Like, I've seen videos of people who went on these, like, corporate retreats and learned, like, survival skills and how to, like, survive in the wild, because these corporate people thought...
They really thought the world was...
Oh my god. Yeah, so they went and they spent a bunch of corporate money to learn how to survive in the wilderness. And you can see, like, videos, because they videotape the whole thing. Crazy.
Well, that might be something, if you were not alive at this time and you're interested, I guess that would be a good insight into what the mindset
was.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have this kind of, it's the new millennium, what's the word I'm looking for, like, grandeur, not grandeur,
there's a lot of excitement.
Excitement, excess, because I feel like late 90s, early 2000s, there's a lot of excess. Like, there's a big, the music videos are all, like, they're really exaggerated, the colors are super bright, the fashion is super, I don't know what I'm trying to say. People were partying it up, and then other people were just like, oh my god, the world's gonna end. Which And it's funny that they chose to tell this story, this juxtaposition, through the medium of people who were not alive when that happened. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, even, I guess, the song title, right? Like, on one hand, it's, again, like, when they were selling merchandise and stuff for counting down to the new year, it was the once in a lifetime, the new millennium. Yeah. So you, on one hand, have this excitement, and then on the other hand, dread. So you have the blessed
and the cursed.
And there we have it.
That's it.
I think we've done it. We've unraveled this video.
Nailed it. Did we want to talk about the red at all?
The red? Nah.
No. I mean,
I think, like, every scene in this video is, I think, very clearly inspired by like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC
Mhm.
and music videos and album artwork that came out in this time.
Yes.
I don't think we can say that anymore without it being repetitive.
Yeah,
so
that's a good point.
like I said, like everything in this is inspired by the year 2000 in some capacity.
Yes. I mean, the fact that they seem to be referencing the Backstreet Boys Millennium album
Yeah.
is pretty on the nose.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
A little on the nose, but you gotta know. So we'll have. Maybe we could link some of the videos in the description. You know, the videos we've talked about.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah. So you can go on your own. Maybe we can make a playlist.
Maybe we can make a playlist. Well, I think that would also maybe be fitting because when I posted this on the internet
Mm-hmm.
when this video first came out,
Yes.
I had people asking for like further explanation who were younger and not around for this time period, and they found it very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's something we can do.
Yeah, we references below if you're into the look of this video. Boy, you're in for a treat.
Yeah, because that's popular nowadays too.
That's true.
So, like this fashion is back.
It's back. It's back. Yeah.
All right.
Well, I guess we're done.
Yeah. All right.
That went a lot better this time.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Because we got it. We figured it out.
We did.
We figured it out. It only took us 2 separate videos, 5 takes, 2 years. This video is 2 years old.
Yeah.
But we got there.
And
we got there.
In our defense, some of those 5 takes were not our fault. It was the cat.
Some of them, yes.
So, but yeah. Both a blessing and a curse, this video.
That's right. All right. Well, we've done it.
All right, we're done. Peace out. Goodbye.